Boy, is this one of the top stories on FoxNation.com. A teenager wins a lawsuit against a teacher who described creationism as, quote, superstitious nonsense. This is James Corbett, a history teacher at Capistrano Valley High School in California. Chad Farnan is the student who says he caught Corbett on tape bashing religion and conservatives. Here is a sampling of what James Corbett said.
Conservatives don't want women to avoid pregnancy. That's interfering with God's work. You got to stay pregnant barefoot in the kitchen and have babies until your body collapses. And that's the news. That's not O'Reilly and Hannity. Those people are just liars.
Well, joining us now is the student who sued and won. That's Chad Farnan, and also Chad's attorney, Robert Tyler. He's also general counsel for Advocates for Faith and Freedom. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, Chad, what we just heard was apparently just the tip of the iceberg of what you were subjected to in your class. You caught 20 examples of this teacher saying offensive things on tape. Let's play yet another one for our audience and then get you to respond. Take a listen.
Okay.
How do you get the peasants to oppose something that is in their best interests? Religion. You have to have something that is irrational to counter that rational approach. When you put on your Jesus glasses, you can't see the truth.
When you put on your Jesus glasses, you can't see the truth. Chad, you're a devout Christian. What was it like sitting in that class while your teacher was spouting this?
Well, it was just plain shocking that someone I'm supposed to have so much respect for, my teacher, would have such a clear agenda to bash Christianity, which happened to be my religion.
Okay, we've got yet another example. In fact, we've got dozens and dozens, but we highlighted a couple. Here is another where your professor is talking about the presence or lack thereof of God. He says, quote, Aristotle was a physicist, he said, no movement with the movers, and he argued that there sort of has to be a God. Of course, that's nonsense. This is the teacher. I mean, that's what you call deductive reasoning, and you hear it all the time with people who say, well, if all of this makes sense, makes up the universe is here, something must have created it. Faulty logic, very faulty logic. Chad, this is a European history professor. What place does it have in your classroom?
It has no place in the classroom. He talk about European history and just add his little snippets in and out, just his little comments, his rude comments about Christianity and God. So it had no place in the classroom.
Robert, I want to bring you in because Chad ended up going to court over all of these things that his teacher said. Of the 20 examples that Chad presented to this judge named Judge James Selna, the judge only found one truly objectionable and said that that was in violation of Chad's rights, and Chad then actually won the lawsuit. What was that one that the judge thought was objectionable, and why only one?
Well, first of all, what the judge was looking at in this one particular comment upon which he ruled in our favor was the comment that referring to creationism as superstitious nonsense, religious superstitious nonsense. And the court ruled in our favor on that particular item, hung its hat on that quote. It's a 100% victory for us. There were numerous other statements. We have hours and hours of audio tapes that Chad recorded because he was trying to just simply get prepared for this class. You know, the court, as so often they do, they went to great lengths to try to justify so much of what was said. But, you know, it's kind of crazy in this day and age when we're having so many problems with the economy. I think these teachers should be sticking to what they're supposed to be teaching, reading, writing, arithmetic, and in this case, European history.
Right. Robert, clearly a violation of First Amendment rights here. Chad, I want to get back to you. What is it you're looking for in this lawsuit? What do you hope to accomplish?
I'm just hoping that all kids know that they have the right in the classroom, that the teachers have no right to discriminate against any religion, no matter what students believe. And students don't have a union like teachers do. When a teacher does something bad, the union's right behind them. But unlike the teachers, students, they have to stand up for themselves. And it's extremely hard to get teachers fired because of the teacher union. So that's what I'm hoping.
And Chad, you know, as Dave points out, this was supposed to be a European history class. You ended up getting a lesson in constitutional law when you brought your lawsuit. What do you take away from this whole experience?
Well, I know a lot about law, like you said, but it really helped me realize that that teachers out there all over the place are doing this, and kids have they don't know their rights like I know now. So I'm hoping that kids can see this and say, hey, my teacher's not doing something right, and they can stand up for themselves.
Well, I hope there are fewer teachers out there like James Corbett and maybe James Selna, the judge, took a lesson from this as well. We appreciate you guys being here, Robert Tyler and Chad Farnan. It's a great story, and it's a courageous battle that you're fighting. We appreciate your time this morning.
Good for you, Chad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's